using my old uh or my old freaking channel. I haven't live streamed on here in 3 years and I used OBS. So frankly it doesn't recognize the fact that I'm actually well, it does not recognize the fact that I'm actually on Restream. Every time I'm on Restream, it's gonna show you this every time I try to enable my camera. I don't know how to get rid of that. I don't know. I've been trying to do it for the past hour. So I just say, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna do this. Alright, I'm up to here with this. This is what time at see, this is what we get. Thanks a lot, JP. This is what we fucking get. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, guys, give me a second. I need to add some more sources. Hold on. Again, guys, if it sounds like I'm pissed, I apologize. But like, God, let me check something real quick. Testing 1 2. Okay, guys, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I got it. I'm sorry, guys, if it's like this. You read the post. I don't think I need to go any further. I'm sorry. We're just gonna do it like this for the rest of the for the rest of the cycle. But right now, of course, it's election night. So frankly, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. All right, at this point, I just don't know what to do at this point in time. But before the polls close, let's talk about well, because it's election night. Hold on, let me pull something up. Hold on, guys. Wait a minute, because I have something. Well, I thought I had voice booking on here, but apparently not. It's like a voiceover of JP, a voiceover I created. Well, it's apparently been lost to the history books, apparently, because I can't find it for the life of me. I just can't find it. Well, shit. Well, damn. So apparently everything's going great for me today. Okay, well, it's election night 2021. 2 minutes before the polls close in Virginia. The 1 hour, 2 minutes before the polls close on the Eastern Seaboard. JP will be joining us later on tonight. Now, this is a prediction JP made. Now, again, if you're just doing this, you can't see my face, but you can see my voice. Again, it's not my fault. We went through some shit over the weekend. Kind of fucked everything up, all right? Do not judge me. But the JP did a poll that utilized about using a combination of at least six polling firms: Emerson, Fox News, Insider Advantage, Washington Post, Trafalgar, and USA Today. He came up with an average of 47.7%, but make all of 47.7% support Young King. Young King, whatever. I don't give a damn at this point. At the polls now, adjusted for the mile, it would give Young King election with 47.73%, McGall election with 47.67%. 0.06 less than a tenth of a vote separating the two candidates, according to this poll from JP. The odds of victory: Youngkin 50.4%, McAuliffe 49.6%. Demographics of race and party. I forgot to highlight the two numbers down here, but honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. Actually, I did. Well, I thought I highlighted these numbers. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me edit this real quick. By the way, and let me see what in the polls have closed in Virginia. I'll get the results up in a second. Guys, bear with me. Okay, YouTube literally gave us this strike like at the worst possible time. I'm not gonna go into details of what we got because I'm not trying to get a copyright strike on this channel. I'm not trying to get a strike on this channel. I do not need that. Let me see. Let me try to share it now. There we go. Okay, yep, I had to went and highlight it. But son of a blank. What? No, wait, stop sharing. Damn it, I thought I did highlight it. Now let's try again. Okay, I got it. Hold on, let me reshare it again. Okay, guys, bear with me. Bear with me now. Here is what we believe at this point is going to happen. Youngkin, according to the demographics prediction, again using a combination of polling numbers from several polling firms. This is the number JP came up with. I should mention that the total average of these polls that I just mentioned to you are like Republican plus 1.3. That's the average of what they believe will be. They believe Youngkin will win by about 1.3. Now, demographic wise, Youngkin will win the white vote 56-42 according to this poll by JP. Now, I shouldn't let this know. I shouldn't let this be of note that concerning demographics, like for instance, white, Latino, blacks, the polling was not very. Did not do a lot of polling on that. In fact, it was in most cases only one poll. Was JP going to find one poll in which race was in which they did by racial demographics. So don't jump down our dose if it turns out that these numbers are extremely incorrect. All right, don't jump down our dose. Blame the polling firms. Emerson, the white demographics 56-42 in favor of Youngkin. Latino 49-46 in favor of Golf again. Only one polling company did a Latino polls, which was Emerson. Only one company did. All right, don't take this for a grain. Don't take this as gospel. Anything could happen. This could be wildly off the margin. We simply don't know. 76% to 18% in the black vote. 76 to 18 in favor of McAuliffe. Asian vote 71-29 in favor of McAuliffe. Again, only one poll conducted race-wise. Republican and Democratic-wise is no surprise. 91% Republicans backing Youngkin, 92% Democrats backing McAuliffe. However, this may be something to be worried about. Again, only two polling firms did this for the independent vote. 50% for Youngkin, 40% for McAuliffe. And of course, 94% in favor of 94% of Trump voters voting for Youngkin, 88% Biden voters voting for McAuliffe. Now, let me just pull up the election results from Virginia. Again, folks, please bear with me. I'm in a huge. Listen, JP screwed up everything. All right, don't blame me. All right, told him not to talk about that. He decided to talk about it. We get struck with a strike. By the way, we'll be keeping an eye on cell racing. In fact, keeping an eye on Connecticut. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye here on Connecticut. Please bear with me here. Shit. Oh, oh. Again, if you heard telling the one that was a god, I'm in a goddamn collaboration room. Okay, and frankly, you know what? Screw it. I'm not even gonna tamp down swearing because, frankly, at this point, I'm nowhere near monetization on in either of the channels. JP's strike didn't do crap about it. Didn't help matters either. Good. Not to talk about it. Told him not to talk about it. He talked about it allegedly, according to YouTube, and boom, we get a strike just days before the election coverage. I had all this shit prepared. Well, now it is. Now, well, you know what? Everything's in the past. I can't change the fucking past, all right? Shit. So we don't have any results yet. Now, let me get you the New York Times. Let me get it live for you guys. Hold on. Uh, I really hate that this crap happening. I really do. I literally wish that YouTube could have just struck us literally maybe a week in advance. Why did they wait until our election, a couple days before the election, to give us the damn strike? I don't understand. Polls in New Jersey don't close for about an hour, in fact, 53 minutes to be exact, so you still have time to cast your vote if you live. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I need to expand. Hold on. I need to expand to like the entire screen. Hold on. And my stupid. I wish my computer would stop doing this crap. Okay, here we go. Up there is Virginia. We are saying that. Hold on. Let me actually. I need to make an edit real quick, guys. Let me stop sharing. Again, I'm sorry for being disorganized, guys. But listen, I didn't expect a damn strike on our main channel within just 4 hours of the election results being counted. I didn't expect that. Okay. And well, let me add this on your screen. Polls are closed in Virginia. I don't know why my computer's acting like a piece of crap, but we'll. I'll have to fucking manage it because again, I am mad that JP literally screwed this up. Anyway, let's get to it. We're going to be covering cell races tonight, specifically in Stanford. Interesting race, in my opinion. Caroline Simmons will defeat the incumbent Democratic governor, Democratic mayor there, going up against former Mets manager Bobby Valentine. Time, in my opinion, it's an interesting race to watch. New Jersey, no, that's Virginia. The results have not yet came in yet, despite the fact that we have kind of know how early turnout has been. It's kind of been good. Statewide turnout has been somewhat high, but again, we won't call anything off based off the early slash absentee votes. We gotta wait for all the results to come in. New Jersey, the polls do not close for about another 50 minutes, so if you live in the state of New Jersey, go out and cast your vote. Vote specifically Philip Murphy, who's the incumbent governor, trying to get a historic second term, and Jack Ciarelli, the Republican. I want to mention one fact about this race in New Jersey. The fact that if Bill Murphy gets reelected, which is more likely what's going to happen, he'll be the first Democrat in 44 years, nearly half a century, to do so. Yeah, you heard that right. He'll be the first Democrat in nearly half a century to do so. We also have the entire state legislature is up for election in the New Jersey, along with two ballot referendums, less, which is one permitting betting on postseason college sports, and two amend gaming rules to permit fundraising raffles. Now, Virginia, we're still waiting for the birth returns. Now, the only part of their state chamber is up for grabs. Now, Lieutenant Governor Hale, Hala Ayala, Hala Hala Ayala. Okay, yeah, I probably butchered that up. I apologize. Versus Winsome Sears. One thing for certain, there's going to be history made here as Hala Ayala could be the first woman, or Winsome Sears would be both, if either of them get elected, be the first uh, woman to be elected Lieutenant Governor of the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia. Winsome Sears would be the first, I have to assume, the first African American woman elected because, if I'm not mistaken, Justin Fairfax is the incumbent lieutenant governor who decided not to seek re-election in that part because he was going to try to crack at the gubernatorialship, and of course that did not phase out well. He lost to Terry McAuliffe in the landslide. Then you have Miss Ayala. I'm just going to call her by her last name for now because I don't want to push her first name. Uh, it could be the first Hispanic to be elected lieutenant governor of Virginia. Mark Herring, who of course we all know had that scandal breakout of him wearing blackface, along with scandal plaguing Lieutenant Governor Fairfax and the governor Northam. When he infamously wore blackface, it would have, captivated the country. He's running for real. He's running for re-election after initially not running or to seek his gubernatorial in order to run for governor, but then he decided he was going to withdraw and take a crack at attorney general, going against Jason Miyares. In the House of Delegates, that's the only thing that's up this year in the state legislature was seven. We've already there's AC's already been decided mainly because the majority seven these races are undecided. Seven Republicans, one Democrat, all undecided. We still got 92 seats up, which are going to be the last ones on the current maps, which are getting withdrawn by the state Supreme Court because the independent commission could not come to consensus of what kind of map they want to draw or approve. So now the Supreme Court's drawing the map. Now, and that's it. There's no referendum. Now let's move on to New York mayor. The polls don't close there for about another 2 hours. Of course, New York City Mayor Eric Adams versus Curtis Sliwa, of course. Here, and there are, of course, five ballot questions. One includes something that's very important: redistricting, especially considering the fact that we're now redrawing the maps. Let's scroll down and show you now. We have New York City Public Advocate Jermaine Williams heavily favored to win re-election against Devi Nampia Devi Nampia Parampil? No, Devi Nampia Parampil. Okay, that's the best you're gonna get. New York City Comptroller Brad Lander versus Debbie Carreras. Now, proposals 1 through 5. Proposal number 1 would basically make various changes to the redistricting process. A lot of people that know campaigns is is basically trying to state that if this proposal passes, that means that redistricting may just fall into Democratic hands, despite the fact that there's an independent commission drawing the maps now. However, Democrats have control of it. They have the bulk of control over the maps because they can be either modify the maps or reject the maps outright. Proposal 2, which is expected to pass, establishes the right to clean air, water, and healthful environment. Proposal 3 will allow the legislature to pass same-day voting registration, which I thought New York already had. Proposal 4 will allow the legislature to pass no-excuse absentee voting. And proposal number 5 will raise New York City's civil court limit claims up to $50,000. Now, and I know I'm extremely late to this, but Daniel Rubenstein posted live 25 minutes ago. Polls closed in New York City in about 2 hours. And the Dolly turnout appears low, which is unlikely to affect the outcome of the mayor's race, but it could affect some down ballot contests. And Democrats might, according to their cone 4 minutes ago, Democrats might jump out to an early lead there. Then you have like special elections in the state senate and state assembly. Well, Tapia is going to win because he's on the polls. Then you have Albany, Sheehan, the incumbent Democrat, going up against Perry, the Republican. Buffalo, which is a very interesting race in the fact that the write-ins is more like almost all the write-in votes will be going to the incumbent mayor who got defeated by Walton in the primary. So, and that we may not know that the results from that election for the next couple of weeks. Glenn Close, Tanky, the incumbent going up against Pam Speck, the Republican. Perez, the Republican, going up against Green, the Workers' Family Party candidate. Democrat incumbent Cohn and Rye going up against Taggart Epstein, Workers' Family. Republican incumbent Marcunas and Suffern going up against Curley, the Democratic challenger. And Syracuse Walsh, the Independent, going up against the incumbent Independent, going up against Bay, the Democratic candidate. And of course, we have all these races that really aren't that significant in my opinion. Minneapolis, of course, we all know what happened last year with George Floyd. It's going to be a one race to watch, importantly, especially considering there's a proposal that will replace the police department. We'll get there in a second. But what happens that in the ranked choice results, there are four candidates, three Democratic candidates in the race. Minneapolis has ranked choice voting. The ranked choice vote counts aren't expected to start until tomorrow. Now, what this will do, however, is here's what it is. Jacob Frey going up against Sheila Nazad, Kate Nutt, and Marcus Harkis. Now, in the ballot measures, this is the most important one. Question 2, replace police department public safety department. Now, here's the thing. In Minneapolis, you need 51% of the votes to pass. So let's say you get like 50.5%, the measure may not pass. 51%, then the measure passes. So this will be an extremely close one to watch tonight. In Boston, history will be made either way tonight. Michelle Wu has a 30-point lead, so either tonight we are going to have history made here. We're going to have a minority elected here. We're going to have the first woman elected in Boston's centuries-long history to lead the city as their mayor. In Atlanta, Kasem Reed is running for re-election. Was running for election after Keisha Lance Bottoms stunned a lot of people by announcing that she wouldn't run for re-election in the spring for a fourth term. Do you have in Florida? Oh, we already have results in from Florida. I forgot because the 20 Progression District, the primary is being held in January for some reason. which will basically, and there is, but in the Democratic primary there in the 20th district, which has been vacant since the death of Elsie Hastings earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken, either in March or April. I may be all there. Dale Holness, 28%. Sheila Charles McCormick, 20%. Barbara Sharif, 18%. P. Perry Thurston, 18%. 18.4% to be exact. Republican Party primary, Jason Mariner, 55.2%. Greg Musselwhite, 44.8%. And of course, we just went over New York just a few moments ago. Have there been any results in Virginia? Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. We have the results in Virginia. 1% of the precincts are in Glenn Youngkin, 55.3%, Terry McAuliffe, 33.9%, Princess Blanding, 0.7%. Of course, but this is to the call. 1% is in. In fact, let me just real quick, and I just realized I did not share the entire fucking screen. God damn it! Folks, I'm sorry. My dumb ass forgot to share the damn screen. My dumb ass forgot to show the damn screen. Really show you. I'm sorry, fool. I cannot believe I didn't share the damn screen. 54%, 2.7%, 34.6%, 0.7%. I cannot believe my dumb ass didn't show the damn screen. And of course, more turns. Youngkin up. I, hold on. I can't believe I did that. I did not mean to do that, folks. But I think we may be getting JP in here soon. Hopefully, now that he's gonna be in here, hopefully now we'll have some footage here because I can't use my camera for some reason because my cameras. I haven't used this account in like several years. I can't even use my camera. I'm pushing default. It thinks I'm using OBS virtual camera because I used OBS for my live streams in the past. So yeah, I can't even use my camera. So yeah, just go figure. I can't even use my damn camera. Oh, let me try this now. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna try to get JP in here. Let me just get him the link. I'll try to get him in here. Um, Hopefully we can get him here in a second. We're gonna give me here a second, folks. Just bear with me. I cannot believe it just happened. I didn't even show the damn screen. I'm sorry, but I didn't even show the damn screen. Still can't believe I did that. We explained everything. It was perfect, and I screwed it up. Well, it's. I mean, like literally, I don't know how I effed that up. I don't. But yeah, we're gonna try to get JP in here, if he joins, because I know he's busy. Because one thing we're starting, I think the World Series is gonna be starting in about an hour, if not starting right now. Game 6. I'm hoping Atlanta wins because I really want to use. I made like projection slides projecting that the either Atlanta or the Astros win tonight. But yeah. Anyway, let me see if there's any updates. Okay, 4%. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let me. Yep, we got JP in here. JP, you're on. JP, I'm sorry I can't even see you because you can't see me because my I forgot I used this account for. I haven't used this my personal account in so long to the point where it has OBS on here and I can't even show my camera even though I'm using Restream. It just thinks I'm on OBS. So because I haven't live
Hmm.
streamed on this account like 4
Yeah.
years.
Um. Yeah. All right. So, I found the CNN exit polls. Um. Basically, what I'm looking at right now is this looks very, very good for Young Kim.
Yeah. By the way,
Democrats and
JP, let me just
Republicans.
mention something, JP. New York, 5% of the precincts are in. Glenn Youngkin right now has about 54% lead, 54.3% of the vote to 45% for Tarek McAuliffe. Now, we're still waiting on the early votes are coming from Fairfax, which
Yep.
which when we get those, it may once we hear from all the rural counties, it may undercut the numbers for
Hmm.
from for Youngkin. Chesterfield County has already reported about 54% of their precincts. Um, already,
All
and
right.
this is just from the
So,
early vote. So yeah, continue.
so, uh, with the exit polls here, this is I believe plus or minus three. Um, so what I've deduced from the exit polls is that this is a this is estimated to be a Glenn Youngkin plus 1.5 race. Hell, the Republicans might even win the Attorney General's race with these numbers right now, could change. Hey, look, Republicans 35, Democrats 35, Independents 30, and Republicans and Democrats are evenly breaking, and it's really just up to Independents, which are going for Young Kim at 52-47. So, take that into account. I really think Glenn Youngkim's favored. We're updating it our forecast to 63% chance of Youngkim winning. Um, that's of right now. Um, but we're not, we still have a long way to go.
Of course, of course. By the way, and the results in Virginia are starting to come in very fast. Already, 8% of the precincts are in, and the polls haven't been closed half an hour. Now it's not like California fast, where half an hour after the polls closed, damn near all the precincts were reporting. But no, right now 52-46. However, I think a lot of the Democratic vote is starting to make this race tighter, 52.8%, 46.4%. Before you go, TB, I want
Mm.
you to discuss some of the other races, specifically, like for instance, New Jersey. Do you think there's a chance that Ciarelli can pull off an upset here?
Um, there is a chance. However, it's an outside chance. I haven't really calculated the specific chance, but I'd say it's in the 20s.
Okay. Um, Now, New York, of course, is having a ton of elections. We have a mayor who lost in the prime incoming mayor who's running at the right end in Buffalo. So we may not know who's the mayor of Buffalo for about the next couple of weeks. Then you have of course, New York City Mayor Eric Adams looks like he's more likely going to win the election there against Curtis Sliwa.
Hmm.
But that's nothing compared to some of the proposals. Now, can you explain to some of the viewers the proposals that are on the ballot? Since I accidentally forgot to share the screen.
The proposals. Okay, so they're very complicated. They're very wordy, and this is all from the Albany legislator. And just vote no on all of them, honestly. There's one to give more jurisdiction to New York City courts or something, which that's
Uh,
confusing. You're not a New York City voter. You know,
well, hold on. You tell
why
me
do
this
you
is a
even care
statewide.
about that?
Wait, hold on, JP. You tell me this is a statewide You tell me this proposal for New York is a statewide one.
Yeah. Hmm.
Why?
I don't know.
And by the way, it's to
And then
raise.
there's
Proposal number five is to raise New York City civil court limit to claims up to 50,000. Why the hell is that a
I
statewide
just
referendum? It should be like a local referendum.
exactly. I don't know, but you know. And then there's one that's like something with clean drinking water. You know, that's all nice and lofty, but you know there's going to be unnecessary environmental regulations that are just not going they're just going to like, you know, be in the way, and it's going to create this whole bureaucracy that we don't need. And
I
man, I
would.
sound like a libertarian here, but um I think that's a power grab, and
JP,
I don't know. Just
yeah,
don't.
JP, before we go back to the proposals in New York, I want to make a brief comment because I'm using the New York Times results. Jennifer Medina, a reporter of the New York Times, says, quote, Republicans try to make critical race theory a central part of the Virginia governor's race, but parents' anger over schools may have to do more with the pandemic shutdowns, unquote. Do you agree with that statement? That the shutdowns for schools and these mask mandates may be the may anger parents more than CRT? Do you believe that may be
Well, yeah, I think you know, CRT is not something people understand. It's not designed, you know, for people to understand it. That's the key thing. That's the whole game they're trying to play with CRT. You can't understand it. You know, there's no clear definition of CRT. It's vague, um, these two vague ideas that are like race is a social construct, and the and all the institutions have been systematically designed to benefit white people, both debunkable claims. Um, but nobody really even knows what that is. You know, like what do you mean by race is a social construct? That's a very vague statement, and number two is very vague as well. But aside from that, mask mandates are actually something that people understand and people don't like. So, I mean, you know, now for some reason, a lot of moderates like mask and vaccine mandates, but don't like critical race theory. So I don't know. We'll see.
let's go back to New York. By the way, I just want to say in the next half hour, the polls will close in New Jersey, and then I believe in parts. Well, and I don't believe the polls in New York don't close for about another hour and a half. But we'll get, but while in we'll get more returns from we'll get results from New Jersey. We'll be getting results from Boston. We'll be getting results from Atlanta because they have a mayor race there that's open. And we do have returns in for the special primary election in Florida's 20th district, which has been vacant for most of the year after the death of Representative Alcee Hastings to pancreatic cancer, and this is a majority black district. Um, it's like the Democrat primary so far is competitive. About 20 is about less than a couple hundred votes separating the two current candidates in the lead, Dale Holness and Sheila Sherfulis McCormick. Uh, let's go to Virginia real quick because the returns are starting to come in rapidly. About 14% of the precincts are in Glenn Youngkin, 55%, 44.2% for Terry McAuliffe, less than 1% for independent candidate by the name of Princess Blanding. Uh, it looks like the majority of the votes are Henrico County. We don't now Loudoun County. 66% of the precincts are in McAuliffe 54.46.
Hmm.
Chesterfield 63% of the precincts
And
in now
and
52.2.
Loudoun, Cameron, in Loudoun County, is that the early vote that's coming in from Loudoun County?
I know, but I think these are updating as we speak because I think they're also bringing in some of the I think they're even starting to put
If
in more.
Loudoun County is 54-46, that is very, very bad news for Jerry McAuliffe.
Yeah, now he is doing but all the Terry McCall is doing well in some of the typical areas like uh, Albemarle and Brunswick and Petersburg and Henrico. Virginia Beach, Youngkin Youngkin has at this point an early lead in Virginia Beach, 59-39 to be exact. Only about 11,000 votes have been counted so far.
And
Norfolk is
is that early vote?
early vote. Norfolk 54-43 in favor of McAuliffe, which is not looking that good for him. Richmond, we haven't heard from the independent city of Richmond. Uh, so yeah, I think and 15% of the precincts are in, and 55 43 in favor of Youngkin. And they're in New York Times report. Trip Gabriel just reported that quote Democrat strategists in Chesterfield County last week told me that they did not expect McAuliffe to win there, even though Biden carried the traditionally conservative region, unquote. So the probably is showing that 2020 was like a very weird year, a very like anti-incumbent year, in my opinion, potentially. But some of these candidates are already starting to bring in a significant portion of the vote. So yeah, we're getting the early vote in rapidly, very rapidly. In fact, the results just updated just now, as I just said that 261,243 for Glenn Youngkin, 203,219 for Terry McAuliffe, 3,785 for Princess Blending, 55.8% for Glenn Youngkin, 42.4% for Terry McAuliffe, 0.8% for Princess Blending. Now we haven't now Arlington County, their results are coming in early. Fairfax we have not heard from yet. Prince William, Loudoun, of course. It looked like Terry McAuliffe has actually slightly dropped in Loudoun a little bit. His
Well,
vote
you know what
dropped a
they
little.
say. Where Loudoun County goes, so does the rest of Virginia. That's a key county.
Yeah, no, of course, because it's in Northern Virginia. In fact, I think that's the only reason why Barbara Comstock was elected before Jennifer Wexton ousted her.
Hmm.
We haven't heard from like the independencies of like Richmond. We haven't heard from Suffolk. We haven't heard from some of these majority black counties, which is going to be key along with Northern Virginia to whether or not McAuliffe wins tonight. Of course, who knows how long this could be? We could be here for maybe hours and hours and hours. Thank goodness I have Fubo TV so I can watch the World Series at the same time I'm covering this election.
Hmm.
Mountain County, 76% is in, and McAuliffe has 53% to 47%. 76% of the vote is in Loudoun County. So it's just like a
Well,
bad bubble.
well, keep in mind a lot of that's early vote. I don't
But
know.
for
I
but J people, that to be the early vote, they have to be a little bit worrisome for Democratic strategies. Damn, more returns just came in. Goodness gracious. Okay, Virginia's kind of fast. Okay, uh, before I get to the new results in Virginia, uh, New York Times reporter Richard Fawcett in Atlanta is reporting that they're saying that a runoff is likely in the mayor's race between the former mayor Case Kasem Reed and the Atlanta City Council President Felicia Moore. Now, the
hmm.
saying that a wild card could get into the runoff, Andre Dickens, who's a critic of Kasem Reed. However, we cannot confirm nor deny that at this point because the results are not going to be. The polls have yet to close in Atlanta. In fact, they won't be closing for the next 20 minutes. So we got to keep an eye on that.
Well, the battle of who can be more of a crazy leftist.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So again, another New York Times report says, "quote It's early, but so far more than 100% precincts have reported in Virginia, and they're generally consistent with a highly competitive rate with a very high turnout." Unquote from Nate Cohn of the New York Times. 17% of the precincts are in. Glenn Young continued 82,000, taking off 217,000, 56% to 43%. For respective candidates, we're still waiting on Fairfax. We're still waiting on more returns from Virginia Beach and Norfolk and Portsmouth. We're still waiting for more votes in suburbs. Now, okay, 78% in the vote is in Loudoun County, 74% of the vote is in Rockham County, only 12% of the vote is in Virginia Beach. About
Hmm.
3/5 of the precincts are in.
I
Uh,
mean, hey, look. I think Loudoun County has the potential to go for Young Kim. Um,
I mean, the odds are still there. The odds are still there at this point. I mean, he still has about 22% of the precincts left. He can still pull it off. But goodness gracious, the fact that
yeah,
Atlanta County, I think they're count. Are they? Do you know if they're counting their independent votes, their absentee ballot votes, along with with the early and in person and election day votes? Do you think they're doing that?
I think
Can
they're
they do
doing that.
that?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, because I didn't want to know because I'm not familiar with Virginia's with how
yeah.
Virginia
I
goes.
think they're counting the early vote, which skews Democrat, and then the in-person vote, which skews Republican. Mainly to
Yeah,
make things go faster, of course.
yeah, of course. I mean, I think the majority of the votes in California were probably absent, were in person votes, if
Yeah.
not
So you
absentee
know
votes, which
you're gonna
was the reason why
see
we called the election so early there. Uh,
yeah. So you're gonna see
but
like a lot of fast early votes coming in skewing Democrat and I think definitely Loudoun County is going to be closer, if not a Young Kim win in Loudoun County. And if that's the case, well, I think Glenn Young Kim's positioned well. But I don't, I'll update you in a bit. I got some schoolwork to do. I am still a student in high
yeah,
school
no,
after
I
all.
know. Hell, you don't think I have some work to do? I had to do some. I had to do some assignments later on after this broadcast is over. I just hope it's not very late. But then again, I do usually go
Yep.
to bed around 11 or 12 o'clock because I have class at like 9 o'clock, so it's an advantage for me. Anyway, JP, we will
Yep.
see you in a bit. Don't forget you have the link, so we'll see you in a bit.
Right. All right.
Yeah, that was JP Cenzo. That was JP Cenzo reporting with new returns. Now, if you're just joining us, the returns in Virginia are coming in extremely fast. Specifically, are updating by the minute. Nate Cohn is up to an early lead at this point, with only about nearly a quarter of the precincts in. 56.7% to 42.7% for Terry McAuliffe. There was a lot of it coming from early votes. Loudoun County, Chesterfield County, two of the largest counties in the state, they're already reporting the returns. Loudoun County, like, I almost thought I felt my phone buzz. It wasn't my phone buzzing. I don't know why I felt my phone buzz. I don't know. Okay, how I got something about this. Okay, I got an update from the AP. Here's what the AP says. According to their to AP Votecast, voters in Virginia, in the quote, voters in Virginia governor race say the economy and jobs are top issues, and they view Republican Glenn Youngkin more favorably than they do President Trump. That is according to the Associated Press's Votecast. JP will be with us throughout the night. Of course, he'll pop in and pop out. And okay, let me just share the screen with you guys real quick. Yeah, because wow, these returns are coming in fast. That is Virginia. You're looking at the returns of 20% of the pieces are already in, and 57.3% of 42.1%. Okay, so look at. Okay, here it is. Virginia passed a new law requiring counties to pre-process absentee ballots before the election, which shall allow reporters to report the results of the advance vote soon after the polls close. Okay, so hopefully now, as it is, New York Times say here, McGough lead is probably going to more likely take an early lead if the early voters count first, and while Glenn Youngkin is expected to win the election day vote. Now, I think this is the early these I think this may be the in-person vote, potentially. I'm not sure the election day vote. I think this may be the election day vote. Okay, okay, Nate Cohn right here. It's still quote. It's still a bit in Virginia. Young has an early that may be deceptive. So far, we may have heavily Republican election day vote. Overall, 12% of the election day vote has been counted by the state, compared to just 5% early and 2% of absentee votes, and I just saw the thing go yellow. So now 24% is in, 57.6% for Glenn Youngkin, 41.7% for Terry McAuliffe. Wow, this race is just getting. Hopefully, yeah, I hope this weekend call this election soon. Now Virginia Beach, the core of their precinct in Youngkin was strongly there. However, it could change. Loudoun County, this should be a red flag for Democrats. The fact that Terry McAuliffe is not doing well there, not as strongly as some would have expected. 52-46, with about 80% of the vote counting. Arlington, we haven't heard much from yet. Roanoke, we haven't heard much of the votes from there yet. Pennsylvania and Danville, we're still waiting for more returns there. Greensville and Emporia, we're still waiting for their returns to come in. And Norfolk, we're still waiting for more results from Virginia Beach. We're still waiting for more results from Norfolk. We're still waiting for more results from Henrico and Chesterfield. We're still waiting for more results from Hanover. But basically, we're still waiting for more votes in the entire state. Typically in southwestern Virginia, well, no, southeastern Virginia, typically between Richmond, Norfolk, and Virginia, in the Richmond, Norfolk, and Virginia Beach area, and of course, Northern Virginia, right next to D.C. Now, here's a good thing. It's saying, quote, if there is no decision after the election, there will it's have which should be done on election night. Well, okay, never mind. Whoa, did Fairfax County come in? Yes, it did, because McGall just served. Whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, yeah, yep. Because Fairfax County votes just came in. That was just a huge surge of votes. and there's about that's just 1%. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Yeah, like that was just a huge surge of votes. That just came and all the way. That's from Fairfax County, 52-46. In fact, let me just get done here and just well, again, I keep forgetting to share the damn screen. Okay, there is 29% of the precincts in there, 52-46. I keep forgetting to share the screen. I need to put in on something saying quote camera, show the damn screen. It is here 52-46 in favor of Youngkin and McAuliffe. In fact, let me just add the graphic here. Um, there's our headline there. So yeah, it's still too early to call in the state of Virginia. We're not making a call at all. Um, JP did say that he believes that let me stop screen sharing real quick and just skip you there. Let me just pull it up first. That JP believes that that Youngkin has a 63% chance of winning the election, 37% for McAuliffe. Of course, it's too early to say how this will go. I only hope that I share the screen, but just in case I didn't, let me do it again. Just in case I did not show the screen. And I didn't. There it is. Youngkin 63%. Oh, let me just hide the graphic here. Youngkin 63%, McAuliffe 37%, according to JP. However, of course, this isn't set in stone. I keep forgetting to share the damn screen. I apologize, folks. I haven't up here. Um, no updates yet so far. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get something from the quick snack, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. And we are back, and almost at the polls closed. They are not. Okay, we're back. And holy shit. Okay, hold on. Before I reshare the screen, let me share the screen again. Let me share the screen again. Before I continue with sharing the screen, here's one bulletin that has came into the studio. A judge, quote, from Tracy Tulloch, quote, a judge rejected a request to keep polls open in New Jersey until 9:30. He said it would cause disarray and there's no proof because that will turn away because of snags with the new electronic poll book, unquote. Now we're gonna go back to Virginia. I had to get something to eat real quick, folks. I'm sorry. 54, 47, 44. Already a third of precincts are in and over 1 million votes have been counted. We're hearing reports from Fairfax. We got results here from Fairfax. We got some more. Not a lot of results from Arlington yet. Fairfax is city reporting, Line County reporting. Loudoun, about 83% of the votes in there. Henrico, 83% of the votes there. 85% of the votes in Rockingham. 8% of the votes in York. Oh, God. Oh, but I'm eating caffeinated coffee, chocolate coffee. Sorry about that. I'm using the chocolate bar is like caffeinated. Lord knows I'm gonna need it because I got some assignments to do with this broadcast. We're just about a couple seconds away from the polls closing in the state of New Jersey. Please stand by. This is Scott and Cenzo Bulletin. Good evening, I'm Cameron Scott. For those of you who just joined us, the election is heating up in the state of New York. No, not New York, but Virginia, and the polls have just closed in three more states. New Jersey have closed in like another has closed in three more areas. New Jersey, Boston, and Atlanta. Polls in Virginia had closed about an hour ago, and already 37% of the precincts are in, with 54.7% in favor of Glenn Youngkin, 44% in favor of Terry McAuliffe, albeit the majority of those votes being albeit with only 37% of the precincts in. Hold on. Well, that's a bulletin. Tremendous deal on prescription drug pricing and key obstacles of Megaville. According to NBC, we'll do that later on. Mm. But the polls have closed in New Jersey. There's more returns. Y'all going to slightly up more, 613,694 votes determined all 497,636 votes. 54.9% for Glenn Youngkin and 44.5% for Terry McAuliffe. Fairfax, we're still waiting. It's still like 1% of the precincts in somehow. But honestly, for Democrats to win this election, they're going to need. For Democrats to win this election, they are going. No, wait. For Democrats to win this election, they are going to need testing 1, 2. Okay, hold on. Let me try to put in the mic. Hold on. Let me see. Guys, hear me now? Oh no, the damn shit. Now, I think you can. Testing, guys. I don't know. I think this is probably gonna be the best I can do. Mic wise, I don't. The mic. Hold on. Guys, I don't. If I sound choppy at the end, guys, I apologize. It's not. It's not my mic. It's the damn computer. It's hot as hell. This computer's really practically brand new. It is brand new. It's just a couple months old. Literally, just after I cracked it by accident. It's been downhill since. But yeah, still waiting more returns to come in the state of Virginia. New Jersey, we should be getting the first returns soon. While in the state of New York, well, the polls in New York and Minneapolis New York and Minneapolis will close in about an hour. If I'm not mistaken, the polls have closed in. If I'm not mistaken, the polls have actually closed in the state of in the state of Connecticut, the results in Stanford's mayoral race should be coming in shortly. Yeah, whoa, okay, let me turn my camera for this. Hold on. Let me turn my screen. Hold on. 40% of the precincts are in. Youngkin, 55%. McCullough, 43%. Again, too early to call. If you look on your right hand of your screen, Governor Bill Murphy supporters are falling into Asbury Park's Convention Hall in New Jersey, the same place he celebrated his 23rd win from Tracy Tully. So here you see Fairfax, you see Alexandria started to report the Fairfax still the same numbers as what had this surge. Landon County about Henrico County, I believe, is counting all the votes. 93% is in, and Henrico County is going it's like it's gonna go to Terry McAuliffe. You have Sussex, you have Greenville. Whoa, okay, Greenville has gotten closer. Virginia Beach, 44% of the vote in. Youngton was a strong lead there. Yeah, I think a lot of areas are already reporting their in-person vote as well as their early slash absentee votes in the area here. We're gonna check New Jersey. Is New Jersey in returns in there? Can you even see New Jersey? No, you can't because that's so wrong because I forgot I'm sharing it by tab. Let me just end the tab real quick and just share it with you then. Hold on for a second now. Okay, quote from Nick Cohn. Quote, McGough is ever so slightly underperforming the latest examples in Fairfax. With all of that, 74% of the advanced vote, our estimate was that he needs 76%. It's early and not much, but it's starting to add up. Unquote. Trying to find the Stanford results. I don't think I can. Do you have any updates in New Jersey? Yes, we do. Mars no one a bit. Sorry for if you heard the tapping. Suppose I'm. As you see there, there's like little returns, and there's only about a handful of votes. Virginia, on the other hand, any updates? Does not look like it. And we're hearing reports, and looks like that. Whoa, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Fairfax still at the 1%. 92% is report or precincts are reported in Loudoun. 94% are reported in Henrico. I think they're starting to count the in-person votes. I'm not sure, but I think they are. Fairfax is going to take a lot of time because it's. By the way, Lieutenant Governor wise, when some Sears is in the lead, 55-44, because for some reason in Westbrook. Attorney General Jason Mieres is actually leading Mark Herring. Wait just a damn second. Wait a minute. Oh, and by the way, we have a projection in. I forgot to mention that we have a projection. Chantel Brown, as expected, will win in the. Well, she will win. Hold on, let me just share my. Hold on, let me share the entire screen. Hold on. By the way, before we forget, Chantel Brown has won as expected in the special election in the 11th district. Chantel Brown has won. No surprise there. But let's go this race and what's in the Attorney General. That's kind of stunning. Now, of course, we have Bianca and McGough neck and neck. What's up, here? 52%. Wait, what the hell? 52% of the precincts are in. And Sears is actually in the lead there while in Rowan. Okay, Roanoke City. Okay, yeah, okay. Roanoke City. Okay, yeah. I was confused. Saying like, what the hell? Hmm. Well, it looks like early in the night, not final results here, but looks like that may be a this may be a good night. Because now Iowa's 15th, too early to call. Mike Carey versus Allison Russo. Should Democrats win here, that'll be an upset of the year by far. Of course, too early to call. Mm. Virginia, for 8% is in, with 5 million votes. Glenn Youngkin, 873,000. 872,000, I should say. 608,000 for Terry McAuliffe. 10,000 for Princess Blanding. 55.5% for Youngkin. 40.8% for McAuliffe. Question, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, the hell just happened? Fairfax, has there been any updates? Okay, Fairfax starting to count their votes again. 8% of the votes in now. 72, still a very large lead for all of Arlington is starting to count the returns. Alexandria is starting to count their returns. Yeah, Youngkin's lead starting to dwindle, folks. Have an update in New Jersey where 1% of the priests are in New Jersey, Boston. Michelle Wu is in the lead 65% to 34% against Anissa Asaibi George. Either way, it will be history since both of these women, should they win, will be the first women or woman in Boston history in Boston's hundreds centuries long history to be elected to lead the city. Atlanta, let's check. Votes are coming in. Too early to call, way too early to call. Just a couple hundred votes out, thousands to be casted. Lisa Moore, 273,000, 273 votes. Andre Dickens, 109. Taysom Reed, 10% for too early to call. Montgomery County is starting to become more Republican. As in the early evening was leaning McGall versus Bradford is now going the other way. Greenville is extremely close. Emporia, Virginia Beach, how many prisoners have the prisoners are reported from Virginia Beach? 60% in Prince William, Court in Arlington, 90% in Stafford, 4% in York, 85% in Rockingham. This is in Chesterfield, 96 in Henrico, 93 in Loudoun, and about 8% in Fairfax. And now half of the votes are in. Glenn can still a steady lead. Okay, we have some updates on the House of Delegates in the state of Virginia. The votes are currently 18 in favor of Republicans, 3 in favor of Democrats. The number that have won, all of whom have been projected the winners, are incumbents. Well, okay, I'm going to give you some updates here. In the 10th district, Democrats are trailing there narrowly. In the 12th district, whoa. Hold on, let me share the screen. The 12th district, look at that. Look at the 12th district. Ballard is looking like he may defeat Hurst. Chris Hurst, who, as you know, Beyonce Allison Parker was killed in that horrific shooting over 6 years ago in the in Virginia at WDBJ. Cameron was also killed. And okay, we have a projection here. Another two Republicans have actually won. Right now, if Clemente and Ballard win, there'll be a +2 gain. Now, let me look at the list of U.S. state legislatures. At this point in time, we go to Virginia, it's a 55-45 majority. All Democrats need is to win, all Republicans need for a majority is about 6 seats, 5 if they want a tie. However, of course, it's too early to call. We still know about the gubernatorial race, but at this point, if you're looking at the House of Delegates, it's not looking good if you're a Democrat. Second district, the Democrats are looking like they're trailing. 11th, uh, 12th, second, 12th, 10th, 21st, 28th, 31st, and the 68th, 72nd, 73rd, 76th, 83rd, 85th, 91st, the 93rd, the 94th are all districts that are which the Democratic candidate is trailing. So right now, 51%, 892,000. I mean, I will say Virginia's results are coming in somewhat quickly. Let's look at Ohio. No updates yet for those races, except for the fact that Chantel Brown, of course, won as expected. Uh, New Jersey, 4% of the precincts are in. Philip Murphy winning there. Well, I mean, leading there, not winning because we have May projected here, 4% of the precincts in there. New York, the polls closed in half an hour there. Minneapolis, the polls closed in half an hour there. We're definitely watching this election there, especially with question number two to what see whether or not they replace the police department. Um, Boston, some percent reporting Michelle Wu. Uh, Atlanta, still too early to call. Not much votes in there. Again, let's see if we have any updates in the House of Delegates. Now, Winsome Sears leading Miss Ayala, and the Lieutenant Governor column. Again, West Virginia, I mean, not West Virginia, but Virginia elects their governor and lieutenant governor separately, just like North Carolina does, while Rory Cooper is the Democratic governor, Mark Robinson is the Republican governor. It's a weird thing, but hey, what can you say? It's their state. Jason Mayer is leading Mark Herring. Now, Democrat has won. It's 4 seats. Okay, Democrats have won. Let me see. King. There's a call there. King. He was leading early. He's got it. King. But yeah, I don't. If I'm a Democrat looking at the House of Delegates, I'm not feeling so good, especially in the 12th district. As that's kind of in a hard Republican territory. The fact that Hearst is doing that bad there is not very calming, I should say. Not very optimizing, I should say. Now, let's just say, even if Youngkin wins tonight, even if Youngkin somehow wins tonight, which may be how it will be sparring a freaking Fairfax County reporting in, from barring McAuliffe taking the lead with Fairfax County. What's going to happen is this: he will. Let's just say that Youngkin does win. It's looking likely about a minute. and he has a Republican lieutenant governor and a Republican attorney general. One problem: if he gets the House of Delegates, he will still have a Democratic state senate until 2 years from now, if not 1 year from now. In fact, I need to look up when is the next. When is the next election in Virginia? Next election is in 2023. So he'll still have to deal with well, a divided government by having control, assuming he has control the gubernatorship and the House of Delegates, which is, again, too early to call them the House of Delegates, but Democrats are trailing in key races. Glenn Youngkin reaching, approaching 1 million votes. Majority of heavily popular candidates, like for instance, Loudon, Rico, and Chesterfield, and with Stafford and York are reporting their returns in. Um, 15 district, 53%, 46%. Cray versus Russo. New Jersey, 67%, 31%. Jack Ciarelli. New York, the poll closed in 30 minutes. Go out and vote there. Indiana, Minneapolis. Boston, 12% of the votes in there. Michelle Wu versus Anissa Sabi. George, 59-40. Atlanta, the same votes it was 22 minutes ago. More returns came in the 15 district microwave versus Allison Russo. 55-45. Let me stop sharing for a second. Mm. So yeah, it's looking like should JP rejoin us later on, it may seem like we may have to update the numbers. In fact, I'm looking at here. Oh, and we have a projection. I'm looking at Instagram here. I'm subscribed to like an Instagram channel. Well, not Instagram channel, an Instagram account that's like very accurate. That's looking at the election, U.S. elections, U.S. elections, who I recommend you follow, who is a very good Instagrammer, especially when it comes to political information. Francis Suarez has just won re-election in the Miami mayoral race. Once again, uh, Francis Suarez wins re-election. Chantel Brown getting elected there, of course, no surprise. We're still waiting for more returns to come in. Michelle Wu, 13% of the priests are in. She has a 60% to 39% vote lead. Uh, yeah, we're still waiting for more returns, folks. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm showing off here. I apologize. It is. I don't know. I'm just kind of upset here because I had all planned out. We got a strike. We're not gonna go into the reason we got a strike because I'm not gonna risk getting a strike because I'm discussing about that strike on this channel. All the votes are in King William County, so there'll be no more returns of King William. No, there'll be no more returns of Bradford County, King County, Richmond County, Lynchburg County. That's different from like Richmond. No, like Richmond, the city, Richmond. There's a Richmond City. along with all the results in from Bland, all the results in from Vista, all the and we're only waiting for about six more counts. Campbell, Charlotte, Hopewell, Richmond, Salem, and Southampton. Weston Sears still holding on to Hurley against Miss Ayala. Jason Mieres still holding on to his lead against Mark Herring, the incumbent general. Okay, Republicans 21, Democrats have 21 seats in the House of Delegates, Democrats 4 seats in the House of Delegates. Yeah. Folks, I'm going to leave real quick, and I'll be right back. I forgot to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Are you on drugs? Or.
Okay, I'm back, everyone. I'm sorry, I forgot to open my mic. Mm, Here's the return, the update there. Youngkin lead or Mc. Yep, that's the wrong one. Here the results in Virginia are reporting, with McAuliffe maintaining it strongly over with Youngkin maintaining it strongly over McAuliffe. Oh, we'll be right back in a second. Hold on, we'll be right back in a second. Folks, let me give me a second. Anyway, we have more. Okay, let me see. We have more returns, but I don't know why. Ah, God, I cannot believe I smashed the crap out of my hand by accident. In my hand with my middle finger. Jesus, I hate that crap. New Jersey, 8% of the precincts are in. Phil Murphy leading 58% to 40% against Jack Ciarelli. Ohio, 15 congressional district special election might carry 56% to 43%, with 11% of the precincts reporting. Virginia, 63% of the votes in, 55% for Youngkin, 44% for McAuliffe. Fairfax, 32%. 99, almost all the votes are in Loudoun County. 99% of the precincts reporting there. 97% of the precincts reporting in Henrico, Virginia Beach, 55%. 57% in Arlington, 86% in Chesterfield, 57% in Prince William, 90% in Stafford, 96% in Frederick, 90% in Newport News, 86% in Spotsylvania, 94% in New York, 85% in Rockingham, 82% in Hampton, 94% in Pennsylvania, and 89% of all. The majority of counties are already reporting at least majority of counties are reporting at least 70 to 80, but barely about 70% of the precincts are in the state of Virginia. I'm pretty sure. Okay, and Nick Freitas has won in his race. Um, fuck, I fucked up my finger. Damn. I know. I accidentally, man. I didn't even know I was coming into the damn door until it was too late. God, that hurts. It really hurts. It really did. Jeez, it hurts. Youngkin supporters are rushing returns on or early on the screen at Watch Party in Chantilly, Virginia. According to Melissa Lil, Chantilly is not Chantilly, France. Chantilly, Virginia is in Fairfax County, in western Fairfax County, just outside the D.C. area. Well, ironically, so yeah, it's a chance that anyway. For those of you just joined us, let me and I think we have JP on the line. I did not know it. JP, sorry, I did not even know you were on the line. My bad.
Hi, Cameron.
Hey JP, I did not even know you were on the line. My apologies. How long were
It's
you there
fine,
for?
man.
Yeah, I didn't
I
even
just
know.
like
I
to
was basically I had to go to the bathroom several times and just jammed my feet in the stall. But yeah, but right now in Virginia, the returns are looking like Youngkin is doing extremely well. 55,
yeah,
54%. Almost all the returns are in statewide.
yeah,
Loudoun County, Henrico County
definitely.
virtually have finished their count. Fairfax, about a third of the votes are in, but when Fairfax County comes in, do you believe this is going to be hurting the Youngkin camp? Is it hurt Youngkin, or will this basically not even be that much of a bad hit for him?
I mean, I don't know if it will necessarily affect him. Um, so I took a look at the exit polls here, and overall, they look like Yun Kim is only more favored to win. There's been reporting from Nate Cohen suggesting that Yun Kim now has a 90% chance if they ran a needle. And David Wasserman's already called it for Yun Kim.
Has
I've
he?
even, huh?
Has Washington already called up Bianchi?
Yeah.
I see, but I don't know. I think we should be cautious before we make a projection there. Um, the polls
Yes,
in New York closed
definitely.
about 4 minutes. The polls closed in New York about 4 minutes time.
Yep.
As well as when
And
they actually.
let's see
Yeah.
if Curtis Sliwa gets destroyed by only 30 points instead of 40 points. I don't know. That's the suspense there.
Okay. Um, New Jersey in the governor's race in Jersey, the votes are still coming in slowly, but at this point, it looks like Cirelli is at about 42% to Philip Murphy's 57%. The returns, of course, are slowly. Anything can happen. We're still waiting on kind of like Sussex and Warren
Yeah, it's
and
strange
Salem
that
and Cumberland to report in.
they haven't called it for Phil Murphy. I mean, they called it for Phil Murphy last time, like 1% in.
But then again, this was when he was like leading by double digits,
Yeah,
and of course, Republicans really there was kind of a Democratic year to be fair, because
yeah.
they
I just
yeah
yeah.
yeah.
Let's I didn't get to look at how each candidate's doing in each county in New Jersey, but I have in Virginia.
Okay, by
Um,
the way, Michelle Wu's the results in Boston are still slow, but Michelle Wu is still holding strong. However, and Anissa Isabia George may actually be closing the gap in the minute. And Atlanta, we still haven't gotten more results. It's still like just 2,000 votes in, and the polls have been closed for like 30 minutes, and the polls are still like what that in the delegate in this House Virginia House of Delegates, Republicans currently have won about 24 seats, Democrats 7 seats. Republicans need only about 6 seats in order to gain the majority. I already can tell you which district Democrats are trailing them. They're trailing in the second district. They are trailing in the 12th district and 13th district. Back. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a second.
uh-oh.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Danica Rome has just she was in the lead a few minutes ago. Now all of a sudden the lead just gone. Republicans leading there. So Democrats have in the second district, the 11th, the 12th district, now the 13th district, the 21st, the 28th, the 31st, the 31st, the um the 68th, the 72nd, the 73rd, uh, and the 85th, along with the 91st, the 93rd, and the 94th for all city districts in which Republicans are currently leading. If they win all those races, Republicans are going to gain control of the House of Delegates. However, even if they do gain control of the House of Delegates, it does not mean that Youngkin will have like a workable majority because yeah, he may have the governorship and yeah, he may have the House of Delegates, but he won't have the Senate. The state Senate is still Democratic, and it won't. And their elections in 2023, so he will still may not have a he still may not have a workable majority statewide.
Hmm. Here's some
And
reporting from Shane Goldbatcher. Funny name. McAuliffe is far underperforming his 2013 showing in rural and white parts of southwestern Virginia by as much as 20 percentage points in some areas.
yeah, in fact, they're saying that even saying that Shane Goldmacher is saying that yeah, Shane Gold. Oh, you're in
Oh,
the New York. Yeah.
Shane Goldmacher. I thought it was
You're on the New York Times. Okay, you're on the New York Times. And the votes in Virginia have just crossed over 2 million. And the polls are now closed in New York and in New York and Minneapolis.
hmm.
And we're still waiting the returns there. Minneapolis, the race to watch is the mayor race in the ballot measure number two, replacing the police department with a public safety department. In New York, of course, we're watching the mayor's race and a bunch of other races, which we will still, which which will take a while with the votes as they are, because the polls have just closed just a few short seconds ago. Theoretically, it's starting to kind of close the gap just a bit. 12% and we haven't made a projection yet.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's winning in Bergen County. That's a Biden plus 16, Biden plus 16, 17 county.
okay, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be. And JP, did you know that in the state of Colorado that that they have a proposition on the ballot that will basically enact a marijuana tax to help fund touring for students in the state.
No.
Yeah, I didn't know it, but for some reason I got an ad from Colorado saying vote yes on Proposition 112, which is what that referendum is. I was like, wait a minute, I live in Tennessee. What the hell?
Hmm.
Then again, I
All
honestly
right.
think that's a
So
good idea.
key race alert in New Jersey here, or I should say, more or less. I think we could basically. I think us this channel basically call New Jersey, but the official networks haven't. Kate
Yeah, I
May
think we should. I think you should be
has.
careful about this. You be extremely
I'm
careful.
just saying. I'm close to calling New Jersey, and here's why. Kate
But it's only about
May,
12 points, JP. It's only about 12% of the vote is in there. Only about 12% of the vote is in. And
Kate May,
also
hundred
off topic,
percent
JP, off topic,
reporting.
JP, or JP, off topic,
No, 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 I'm
JP.
not. I'm not switching the subject here. Kate May,
I'm
one
not,
hundred
hold on, let me just
percent
make a brief
vote.
interruption. Hold on, let me just have a brief interruption. Off topic, World Series wise, World Series is starting. We're in the top of the third. No team has scored yet. However, let's just go off top for a second. Let's talk about the World Series. Do you think that the Braves? Well, actually, it's top of the third. Two Braves are on first and second. Do you believe that the Braves have a chance of winning the World Series tonight and ending the misery that has been Atlanta's sports past?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it'll be. I just, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good one. Okay, okay. Here's something from New York Times reporter Jeremy Piers. Quote, if Young can prevail, expect the two warring factions of the GOP to both declare victory. Never Trumpers will claim to show there's a path without him, and Trump support says that he dragged Young over the line, unquote. Do you agree with that statement that both the Never Trumpers and the what the hell? The Never Trumpers and the pro Trumpers will both declare victory, saying that Trump had or didn't have a role in Youngkin's victory.
Well, yeah, no, I think this is basically JP Red Eagle doctrine versus Jack Marshall LTE doctrine here about how Republicans do their strategy. Um, you could make an argument Trump's good for turnout, but you could also make an argument that you're not going to win over the suburbs that way.
First, JP,
My
further turns are in New York City. Eric Adams, of course, is in a large lead, 76% to 19% for Curtis Sliwa. We are not making a prediction. Let's get
Yowza.
now. Here's the thing, JP. The New York Times said earlier that turnout is expected to be low. It won't affect the mayor's race, they say, but it could affect some of these down ballot races. Like for instance, public
Hold on,
advocate,
I gotta go to New York City here. Let's.
some of the ballot measures, and currently, with just less than 1% of the precincts in the current proposals that we were talking about, the proposals 1 and 3 and 4 are currently failing. Now, just with less than a percentage in, that means we still gotta wait for returns to come in. But yeah, one proposals 1 and 3 and 4 are down, are looking like the no campaigns leading in those races.
Hmm.
Minneapolis,
Well,
no
well,
returns
that's
there.
good that No's leading in all the initiatives.
Yeah, but then again, just
So
the returns just came in, so
yeah.
it was not okay. Was I almost said West Virginia. 2/3 of the precincts are in Virginia. 66% of the precincts are in Virginia. 55% for Glenn Youngkin. 44% for Terry McAuliffe. At this point, I'm waiting on to see how Fairfax County will do, JP. I think that once the majority of Fairfax County votes will come in, I think that then we'll have a clear idea of who will be the next governor of Virginia. 'Cause at this point, all the other counties have almost fully reported the returns. We have Arlington, 75% of the votes in there. Loudoun County and Henrico County, all their votes are virtually counted. Virginia Beach is close to counting almost all their votes. Same with Prince William and Chesterfield and Stafford and Albemarle. Everything in the county is reporting at least 2/3 of their votes. Almost everything in the county. The only county that aren't doing it is about a handful of rural counties in Campwell and Hopewell. Winsome
Yeah.
Sears and Jason Mieres are still holding on to leads, albeit closer than the gubernatorial race.
I
Wait a
think
minute,
I
never mind.
think
Let's just update. Okay, Olive is on the cusp of crossing 1 million. 54.6 for Glenn Youngkin and 44.8 for Terry McAuliffe. Fairfax, 58% of the precincts are in. Okay, so yeah, I think that once Fairfax hits like maybe 80, 90%, I may make a call on that race. I may, but I'm not going to say
mhm.
I will. But this kind of does bode well for Terry off should and Terry off just crossed 1 million. And so yeah, I honestly think that Fairfax is gonna be the key that blocks us from calling this election yet. So once I think I'll be able to make a call once Fairfax reports the returns.
Mhm.
But of course we
Yeah.
still have to
Hey,
wait
look,
for it.
at this stage, you want to be young, Kim. You definitely
Yeah,
want to
I
be
know, but
young,
yeah,
Kim.
yeah, but I don't want to f up the return because I remember Missouri. I was covering the primaries, called the
Oh
election.
yes, this is the you.
Called
This
the
is
election
the
for Corey Bush. I mean, not Corey Bush, for Lacey Clay, and called the election for the Medicaid expansion. I was right on the Medicaid expansion, but then all of a sudden it was like a late night surge in the middle of the night to where it was Lacey Clay lost narrowly and Corey Bush won narrowly, and I was like, what the hell? Because they were carrying their votes so damn slow. Like it was like, and the votes were varying. Like 2% of the precincts were in St. Louis, or like 60% of the precincts were in reporting for the Democrat primary. I was like, what the hell? What kind of crap is it?
I know
But to me,
that was crazy. And also, remember when we on election night of last year were like about to call Georgia, but like
I
you
don't. Did
know
we
all
did we
this
almost call Georgia? Did we almost call Georgia?
we almost did. We almost did.
I don't remember that. I know we called Florida. We called Florida way before
Oh yeah,
anybody else.
yeah. We called Florida like 9:30. That was crazy, man.
Yeah, no, okay,
I
yeah.
was like, you sure you want to call this race? I was like, this is Florida,
I
you
know because
know.
but then okay. Also, here's some update interesting races in Pennsylvania. The Republican, the incumbent Commonwealth Court judge, the Republican Drew Crompton. I don't know what the hell's going on. This man is literally in fourth place. Democrats are literally leading. The two Democrats are ahead of him. Like there's Lori Dumas, the Democrat, 37%. David Spurgeon, 34%. The Democrat as well. Stacey Wallace,
Mhm.
14%. Drew Compton, 13%. He's the incumbent. He's in fourth place.
Oof.
And and the incumbent in mayor of Pittsburgh will be Ed Gainey. That will be the next mayor of Pittsburgh. I believe he'll be the first black mayor of Pittsburgh because he defeated the incumbent Democratic mayor Bill Perdue in the primary by a close margin. Uh,
Mm.
Detroit, Mike Dugan has a lead there against Anthony Adams, the incumbent mayor there. Boston, the returns are still the returns have an update in 25 minutes. No updates in Minneapolis. No updates
Yeah,
in
I don't
Atlanta.
know. Jacob Frey. Here's the thing with Jacob Frey. The guy would be considered pretty extreme on a national level, but the people there are so crazy that they don't think he's extreme enough. They want to get rid of the whole police department. I don't know how that's going to work. Keep in mind if that's successful, you voted for that. Don't move to like Georgia or Florida and, bring your problems. You own it, you know. But I don't know. He the left summons this mob and the mob overtakes the left.
Yeah, okay. It's been like a little bit of a switch. Dan Carome has retaken the lead in the 13th district. Uh, other than that, some of the other races. Okay, and the Democrats have actually taken the lead in the second. So they're leading now in the second, and the 10th, and the 13th. However, they're still at risk of losing their majority in the state legislature by a very
So
by
here's a hot take. I think that the attorney general's race could actually go red.
Well, I mean, to be fair, every race, all three of the races are going there. Sears, Mieres, and of course Youngkin are currently leading all three of the races with about
Yeah,
69%
but
precinct.
like when with all the votes counted, it might go red. I don't know.
I'm pretty
We'll
sure
have
that's
to
gonna go
see.
red later. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go
The
red.
the the attorney general's race, from exit polls, looks good for Republicans, but I don't know. I got some work to do. I gotta head out.
All right, JP. We'll probably be able to call the election once. You probably may join us back later on, but we probably call the election soon. So stay
Yeah,
tuned for
exactly.
us. All right.
All right.
That was a J. Oh man, that was JP Cenzo that was with us for the election analysis. If you have just joined us, the returns are coming in swiftly but somewhat slowly but surely, and with the returns in the Virginia gubernatorial race, um, kind of drawing to a close. Majority of counties have reported almost all the returns. We're still waiting on Fairfax County to report the majority of the returns for us to make a clear cut call. Why the hell is this light keep turning off? New Jersey's kind of close, 55% of appeals, Murphy, 44% reject. Say really? Um, Hold on a second. Wait a minute, folks. Stand by for some breaking news. ATN News is now ready to call New York in favor of Eric Adams, with 14% of the precincts in Eric Adams is going to win against Curtis Sliwa. Not really a surprise, but it's nevertheless a projection. Eric Adams will be elected the next mayor of New York City as expected. The final returns are not yet finalized, but Curtis Sliwa is going to win there. Let's make that. Let's add that. There he is on your screen right there. Scott and Cenzo projection. Curtis, Eric Allen with the Curtis Sliwa. Folks, I gotta tell you this, folks. Okay, I the return to slow down. We are still waiting for more returns to come in from. I'm gonna say this, folks. As I said before with JP, I think that once Fairfax County, the majority of us come in for Fairfax County, I think we're gonna have a clear idea who's gonna be the next governor of Virginia. While in New Jersey, it looks like Jackson really may pull off an upset here. New York, we just called it. Jermaine Williams looks like he's going to be re-elected as the public advocate of New York. Brendan Lander looks like he's going to be in favor of city controller. With 5% of the precincts in, it looks like all five of the proposals, including the controversial proposal, proposal one, proposal three, and proposal four, look like they're going to pass. However, of course, with just 5% of the precincts in, it's 5%. Uh, no updates in New York. I mean, not New York, but Boston. We still don't have an update here. The returns are starting to come in more in Atlanta, 42% to 24%. Philadelphia and Jackson really 55, 43. Yeah, return coverage shortly but surely. How about that? I was suppressing a yawn. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a second. U.S. election made a projection. Hold on. Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on, folks. I don't know if I'm ready to call. No, some networks are already. I know that on Instagram, U.S. elections is already called. No, called New. Not New York, but he called. Virginia in favor of. This was my. Oh, I lost my place here. I'm sorry for lost my place here. I forgot what I was saying. I apologize. Yeah, U.S. elections, which I was just talking about on Instagram, is already called. Youngkin the winner. Now, we simply don't know. We're not making a projection yet. Repeat, yet, because we don't know how close these numbers are going to be. But okay, for hold on, let me share. Let me share the state of New Jersey with you. Look how close this is. Cyril may actually pull off an upset against Murphy. Wait a second, folks. I think we may be seeing an upset here. 52-46. The polls have all said that Murphy was going to win overwhelmingly. Let's see how many votes are in Essex County. But then again, Essex County, not a lot of votes are in there. Hudson, almost all the votes are in there. Essex, Union, and Mills is going to be the key of how much Murphy wins if Murphy wins. Middlesex and Essex haven't reported majority of their returns in yet. So it's page 6. So these numbers may be just premature at best, but still, the fact that Sierra is doing this close, we don't know. Maybe we need to stay tuned. 15 just gonna maybe make a call on that soon. New York Times. Jeff Mays, just appointed from New York. Quote, "We won," shouting at Eric Adams Stafford from the stage at 17 minutes after the polls closed in New York City. Unquote. New York Times, Jacob Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis, currently leading 44% to 16%, according to ranked choice voting. So we won't know the ranked choice voting numbers until Wednesday, even though the New York Times is kind of reporting it. Currently, question number 2, which is aimed at replacing the police department, is currently polling no, 62% to 38. Uh, New York, we still don't know how the release is doing in New York. And then New York, Boston, 71%. Okay. Okay. David Wasserman has called Virginia for Glenn Youngkin. Okay, this Virginia race is so big that the BBC in the UK is actually reporting on this. The BBC is reporting on this. That's how important this election is. Wow. But hey, but hey. Anyway, up. Okay, there I am. Okay, okay. Yeah, but again, I've said I'm not going to project Virginia until we get at least 60, 70, maybe 80% in Fairfax before I can make a call here. And the races got tired. Yeah, majority of these counties are already in, but of course, we're gonna be careful here, extremely careful. I'm practicing cautious patience. Um, okay, and West Virginia, no, not why keep saying West Virginia? Maybe because Manchin's been in the news all week. Maybe because Manchin's been dictating Biden's legacy. Maybe it's because of that. Okay, hold on, man. Republicans in the House of Delegates have about 32 seats. Democrats have about 10 seats. We can say this. We don't know if they have flipped the seat. We don't know a Republican that flipped the seat yet because we're still waiting for a return to come in. It looks like they haven't flipped the seat yet. They haven't flipped the seat yet. But yeah, second district is competitive. 10th district is competitive. Democrats are trailing bad in the 12th. They're trailing bad in they're trailing bad in a lot of races. Still too early to call, but still, these are. If I'm a Republican, I'm kind of optimistic about these numbers. 74% of the precinct are in. Youngkin, 54%. Chairman All, 45% again. Several people have already called it for him. We're not ready to call it for him. But we're just gonna keep an eye out. We're gonna keep an eye out. New Jersey, holy shit. Again, while we have not gotten a majority of we haven't got little votes from like the most Democratic counties like Middlesex, Essex, and Passaic, along with Mercer. The race is close as hell in New Jersey. Of course, it's too early to call. Murphy 51%, Ciarelli 47%. Again, we still don't know how Boston's going, and we don't know how New York, Atlanta's going. 15 district in Ohio, 38% in, 56% for Mike Correa, Republican, 43% for Allison Russo, the Democrat. Uh, in in Virginia, again, once I get 8%, if not, at least I get 8% in Fairfax, then I'll be able to call this election. But then until then, I can't call it. I just can't call it. But New York, the Glenn Youngkin. Hold on, wait a minute, folks. We may have a call. We may have a call. Hold on. Wait a minute. We may have a call. Stand by for breaking news report. this is gonna hurt the Joe Biden administration, and this may be thing of signs to come. This may be this may be a sign of things to come. Hold on, let me. I gotta go on Instagram and make the projection. Pardon moi. And we're all projecting the 15th district. Mike Carey will win the 15th district. We're also getting in, yeah, Julia Litlow, Louisiana's 5th congressional district, is congratulating Glenn Youngkin. Winsome Sears will be elected. Uh, a lot of yep, folks, this is huge. This is huge. But of course, we do not know about Phil Murphy. We don't have a projection there yet. We were not going to make a projection there yet, even though a lot of races. So yep, let me just make the projection real quick. In fact, I had to download it first. Hold on, wait a minute, folks. Let me stop sharing up in a second. Let me stop sharing for a second. Huh? I gotta put it back up there. Hold on. Let me just give me a second. Stop sharing. Hold on. Let me give me a second, folks. Give me a second. I gotta download this and post this. See, I got to download all through these slides. Hold on. Give me a second, folks. I need to upload all these images that I just made. Hold on. Anyway, there's our projection. Does the New York Times project it yet? We don't know, but yeah, because JP sent me email saying that. Well, and by the way, in New York, Alvin Bragg will become Manhattan's first black district attorney, according to Associated Press. Unquote. He will inherit a high-profile case against former President Donald Trump, according to Dan Rubenstein of the New York Times. Mike Correa will win the. New Jersey has become extremely close, folks. Extremely close. Mercer is coming in. Passaic hasn't yet came in. Middlesex hasn't came in yet, but still, these are. Mm. Minneapolis. Yeah, Glenn Youngkin has been elected. We are projecting that Glenn Youngkin has been elected at this moment in time. We are predicting that Glenn Youngkin will be elected. In fact, according to Democrats, according to one, I am projecting a winner tonight. We are projected a winner. We have called the selection in favor of Glenn Youngkin. Several other outlets are also calling the selection for Glenn Youngkin. Decision Justice called the selection for Glenn Youngkin, along with several other networks on Instagram. Uh, so yeah, I mean, folks, this is we believe this election. We are almost certain. We've looked at multiple networks. They have all said the same thing, which is we're expecting a Republican victory tonight. Uh, should we play it back up? So yeah, it's now 8:41 Central Time at 9:41, or I should say around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. We were able to call Glenn Youngkin the winner in the state of in the state of we will call him the winner in the state of in the state But yeah, Republicans are jumping all over the place. Networks are starting to call uh, Youngkin the winner. 8% is in. We are also in Fairfax. The number percentage is in the 81%. However, I don't think there'll be enough for Terry McAuliffe to offset Glenn Youngkin. New Jersey, Philip Murphy looks like he's making a comeback because Democrat candidates are starting to come in. Jermaine Williams is the next public. And again, New York Times, even though we just made a prediction a few months ago, New York Times has said that proposal number two will be going down to defeat. Minneapolis Proposition 2 will go down to defeat.
You can have protections. You can't have them right now. Oh, y'all parents, you gotta wait until mommy and daddy come back. Oh, what's on y'all heart? Can't eat these. Oh, they just gonna have to whoop. Hey,
David Wasserman Collins election. Folks, breaking news. Folks, we just got some breaking news and not for the election, but as our bulletin, Bill de Blasio is filing the paperwork needed to run for governor of New York. It just comes as a couple of the Attorney General, Latia James, announced her bid for the gubernatorialship. Democrats have won 19 seats in the Virginia House of Delegates. Republicans 32, if I'm mistaken. 32. Again, while New York Times not called Sears, Mieres, or Youngkin the winners in their respective races, other networks, along with Scott and Cenzo, have made that call. And right now in the New York proposals, it looks like number proposals one, I mean not proposals 2 and 5, it looks like they're gonna pass. However, proposals 4 and 1 look like they're gonna narrowly pass, and number 3 looks like it's not gonna pass, and they're gonna be defeated. And it looks like Jacob Frey is gonna have in Minneapolis is gonna go to a ranked choice voting referendum. Up, I had to make an error. I had to make an update here. Number one, just now, the proposals number 1, 3, 4, and 4 are looking like they're going to go down to the free. Have only 11% are in from for those referendums. New Jersey is still extremely close. Pasek County not reporting returns, but honestly, it's getting close. And 85% is in New York. I mean, not New York, but Virginia, and it looks like it's all over. It really does look like it's all over. We'll be right back after this bulletin. We'll be right back. Okay, folks, we're back. It was 9:21 Eastern, 9:21 Central Standard Time, so I believe we're going to wrap this up soon. A 5% is in, Glenn Youngkin. Oh, let's just, let me just share my screen for the rest of the broadcast. Like the entire screen. Well, not the entire screen, actually. Hold on. Like one. As you see here, Doug Mills supports Tim all will look concerned. Well, according to some returns, it's all over. And frankly, that's why. Fairfax is all reported in. Frankly, this is over. This election's over. Every single county has almost reported all the returns, including Hopewell. In my opinion, this is all over. Like, okay, click shit. Okay, there we go. Like, yeah, like almost all these counties have reported. New Virginia Beach, game over. Like, damn, my damn phone. Hold on. Virginia Beach, game over. I hate this. I hate this computer. How is a she got a computer with very memory? We got Roanoke, game over there. Montgomery, game over there. Like it's all. Hold on, I need hold on, guys. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. Damn, why is it so goddamn hot? Yeah, folks, I think we're gonna. Yeah, folks, I think what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap it up here. What we're probably gonna do is that we're gonna post projections on the elect. We're gonna post projections on Cameron Scott 33 on Instagram and Scott and Cenzo. Because yeah, hopefully next time we're on our own channel, so next time we can see my face along with JP's face. Right now we're gonna sign off for tonight. So from all of us